Welcome back to the channel.
Hi.
So we actually just moved. I don't know how echoey this room is.
It is very echoey.
There's nothing in this room. So this room was painted earlier in the week, and so we were able to move everything in our little office into this space. But we still have a lot to do. We've got to finish painting the rest of the house, and it's still a lot. We still have lots to move.
Yeah, that is true. We do still have lots to move.
So we're hoping people will come in and come into the chat and say hi. But if not, that's cool. We're here to talk about shipping our stuff to the Philippines. So, but before we go into our topic, we'll just hang out for a while. And if anybody wants to say hi to us in the chat, that'd be awesome. Let's get started on talking about our move and what we've done so far with trying to ship our stuff. But how was your day?
I think it was okay.
Yeah? Yeah, I saw you put up
The curtains.
the curtains.
Yeah, I put up the curtains just so that way it's not like at nighttime
Nobody can see
nobody
it.
can see it.
I know.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, the front of our house is starting to look like definitely someone's moving out. You can tell. And I've been putting things out by like the side of the road. And hi, Shar Mama. Thank you for subscribing. Shar Mama, are you planning to move to the Philippines? Oh, thank you. And welcome to our live. And so when we were putting stuff outside, I put it like if it's still really good stuff, I just put it more towards the sidewalk, and people come and they pick it up. So it's kind of like a community donation spot, and a lot of people on our block do it. Like our neighbors are always constantly putting toys out, and whenever they're remodeling, they're putting new stuff, their old stuff out. And Sharmama is saying that I would love to move there one day. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so if you're ever down there, hit us up. Maybe we'll meet up and say hello. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to show you around, depending on where we're at. But hopefully by that time we'll have our house built, and then we'll have.
Oh, you were born in the Philippines. That's so
awesome.
Cool. How old were you when you came to wherever you are? I don't know where you are, but how old were you when you left the Philippines? 7.
Wow, I was 11 years old when I came to the U.S. and I was like, everything was brand new. The culture shock was crazy.
There's 4 people in our chat right now. If you guys would push that like button, thank you. So I feel like when you're 7, I feel like you can definitely like hold on to the language, and especially if your family continues to talk to you, once you leave. Oh, and she says she's from California.
Hey.
Hey, so we were 20 years in the service. He was 21 years.
Yeah, 21 years in the service. Recently retired this year, and that is why we are going to Philippines. Yeah. What branch? What branch?
Yeah, and so if you watch some of our old videos, we talk about our military career and how why we joined, and our move. It actually is 20 years in the making. Yes, I asked him 22 years ago, maybe 21 years ago. I asked him, hey, can we live in the Philippines? And he was like, no, my dad brought us to America and we're going to live in America.
Yeah.
And we had already signed up for the military at that point. It was back in 2001. Or it was 2001 when we signed up, but we were on the delayed entry program. And then she says her husband was in the Army National Guard.
Hey,
nice.
That's great. Yeah, we're also in the Army. So
yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. Thank him for us. For
his
service.
Thank you for your service.
Maryland. Have we been to Maryland?
I don't know if I've been to Maryland.
No, we've been to Maryland.
Maryland.
We've been to New Hampshire, but not Maryland.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
No,
I know it's on the East Coast.
Yes.
I like the East Coast. Yeah.
So that's great. Actually, you know what? I'm glad that you joined us today because some of our topics is actually moving to Philippines and sending balikbayan boxes.
Sending all our stuff.
Yeah, balikbayan boxes.
Really?
to
Okay, so
Philippines.
we've been running into a lot of
A
problems.
lot of issues.
And I don't even think we've done enough research because I know. So he's actually natural born Filipino, came to America when he was 11.
Uh-huh.
And like, okay, so we finally decided that we were ready to retire and go to the Philippines. Thank you. And so it was like, how are we gonna do this? Well, there's this thing called the balikbayan box, and I read about it. Thank you, Sharmama. I read that if you're a Filipino and you can send boxes to the Philippines. Like there's some kind of agreement that if you're Filipino. So I'm sending him boxes to the Philippines, right?
Yes,
It's my
yes,
name
yes.
to your name.
Correct.
We have an address and we don't even have like a house number, but we have a general barangay location, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I guess they like show up and they say like, where's so and so, and then they'll be like, oh, that house over there. Yeah.
And then they'll just drop off the balikbayan boxes. But
Yeah.
I've been doing a little bit of research, a lot of research actually. Today it's been very stressful because the courier that we were gonna go with, they're kind of like they're giving us
the runaround.
not the runaround, but they're giving us these red flags, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
And so if we're packing up so many boxes,
right?
We already shipped 5 boxes, and that wasn't a problem. They're like, yeah, great, yeah, well, it'll be this much or whatever.
Yeah, they even offered to like come and pick up the rest of the boxes.
Right. But that's where we ran into the problems because they're like, okay, well, how many boxes do you want us to pick up? And I said, right now we have 20. And so within the last few days, that number has increased to like
now we have like 30
boxes.
Yeah.
Right. And that's going to increase even
I'm
more.
gonna keep packing.
Right. It's going to increase even more. And eventually we're probably going to be in upwards of 40 boxes.
I did watch there's a couple overseas already in Philippines who sent 80 boxes. I should have asked them,
Yeah.
but they were moving from like Mexico or something.
I think they were in the mid.
I don't know.
Or the East Coast.
Well, I'll next time I'm on, I'll ask them in their live like who they went with for their shipping. Okay.
So I've been doing a lot of research, and so far we have some logistical issues, right? So Dee, how many more boxes did you pack? Did you say?
Oh, today was at least 4 boxes. But I've been throwing everything to the curb. My house looks like someone's moving out.
Yeah. So she did a great job cleaning the second living room, so that way we can start getting it ready for painting. The first room was almost completed, but we having to go back and touching up.
I've been working super hard.
Yeah. Touching up all the stuff in the room. Well, we're actually in the room right now. It looks pretty good, as you can see. That's probably why you can hear the echo. Echo. My daughter has been coming in here and singing because the acoustics are pretty good. Acoustics. So, and today, what did you do today?
I made some balaton. Okay, look, I had to make the final meal that we're gonna have here in our home because we have to pack all our like pots and pans.
Yeah.
So I went and I bought some balaton, like the ingredients for the balaton, and I made it. I'll make sure to post like a long form so you guys can see how to make that dish. And it's really good. My children ate like the whole thing without stopping. They love that meal. And my husband loves that meal. He's like getting two plates fulls, and I'm like, let's slow down, okay? You need more veggies in your life.
I do. My doctor says green veggies, but I can't turn down Filipino food.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? It's actually been kind of sad because everywhere we go out, the kids are eating pizza.
Yeah.
He's eating something yummy like a burger, and I get a salad.
Yeah, I know.
and
We've
I'm
been
like,
trying to help him
yeah,
not
yeah.
eat
So
too
my
much
doctor is like,
salt.
eat more greens, eat
Uh-huh.
more greens. But yes, so she made last meal today.
I
How do you
did.
feel about leaving your kitchen?
I mean, I've been ready to paint it, so I'm like, let's just clear everything out so I can paint it. I love my kitchen, and I love it even more now that we put in like new appliances. I know.
Yeah. I think that hey, more greens too. I'm gonna be wait. We're around the same age. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're actually
we're
39.
39.
We are 39.
Yeah.
So as I look back, as Dee was like, hey, you know what? This is the last meal that I'm gonna make here in the house, and I just look at the kitchen. You know, it's filled with boxes, and I can.
We were sitting
Yeah.
amongst our boxes
And-
while we're eating.
And I remember, you know, what comes to mind is that my son. This is a story that's better told by Dee, right? When
What?
Hero got the milk.
Oh, what? Oh, when our son. Okay, so there is a memory
Yeah.
in our kitchen that is like, what are you doing? My son was able to walk. I think he was only like 2 years old, maybe 3 at the most. He was still in diapers, so he had to be 2.
Had to be 2 years old.
And he went into the fridge and he pulled out creamer, which looks like sugar, like it looks like milk.
Yes.
He opened it and he was drinking it straight from the bottle, like of creamer, and all this creamer was coming down, and he had a diaper on, and I was like, "You can't drink that!" And it was pure sugar.
Yeah.
Those are some good memories.
Yeah, it was hazelnut creamer.
Yeah, straight up.
Straight up, you know. So we have a lot of great memories, and then something else too that maybe we'll add to the video later on is we have notches on one of the walls, right? Because we've been measuring like our kids' height on their birthdays, and so we can see them progress, how tall they've been, or how much they've jumped in height.
Yeah.
And you know, like looking back, kind of brings memories to me. And the kids, we've been here since 2009, and this is where the kids, you know, grew up.
They were born, you know, into this home, and
well, the hospital, then transported here.
Yeah.
But you know, some of those memories come back, and I'm like, man, this is gonna be very, very difficult, and it's kind of emotional, but at the same time, very kind of fulfilling because we're following what we wanted to do and what we planned a long time ago.
Yeah, we always talk about how like we could stay here and like just have our life that we have, because I mean we've got really good careers, and we have our house, and I mean we could just have every day like it is today every day.
Yeah.
But we have that travel bug, and we also have that like we want to experience like an adventure, and like it doesn't have to all be the same every day for us. Like
I don't necessarily think it's for me. I don't necessarily think it's a travel bug.
What do you think?
For me, it is more like I want to spend time with my kids. I want to be able to get away from the going to work every day, spending 8-hour days, having my kids, only spend 2 hours with them in the daytime or in the evening time. We wake them up in the morning, it's go, 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 rush, 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 feed on the way, drop them off. And then after work, you come home after school programs, they go to practice for gymnastics, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. And then you got to come home and cook. And then when the kids are eating, you got to wash dishes, fold clothes, do laundry. And by the time you're done with all that stuff, it's only like 30 minutes left, 30 minutes left, 1 hour left. And between that and reading the books and asking them questions at the dining table saying, how was your day? I feel like I'm missing out on a lot. And I want to take that back. I want to take that back. Being in the military, I haven't been there, I would say, since both my kids, like the first 3 years
Mhm.
of their life. I
Yeah.
wasn't there. I was going to
Yeah.
college. I was going
He was
to the military,
deployed.
deployed. I was in Ukraine. I was
Yeah,
just
he was
just
in
all over
Ukraine.
the place. I was instructing. It was just crazy, and I want to get that time back.
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, I can just ramble on about
Thank
memories.
you for so much support, Sharmar, Shar Mama. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have a lot of plans in the future. We definitely are trying to do more lives, so that way we can get our hours. And we're also trying to. We're gonna do more lives, but we're also gonna do long form. And as we get closer, we're gonna start posting daily, like what's going on with us. So
Right. Speaking of what's going on
and our
with us,
move.
so we're having some logistical issues.
Okay,
right?
he wants to get into
So,
the nitty gritty.
yeah, I'm just
He
saying,
wants
like,
to get into it.
so
Wonderful.
some of the logistical issues that we're having is that one is that I was gonna take my kids to my mom's house for a week so that we could pack up the house.
Yeah.
Well, that changed. You know what I mean? That changed just to keep the family together and just minimize the trips. because-
Honestly, I really feel like my husband, he's like, he doesn't want our kids away from him for too long. I think he starts to miss them really, really bad.
That's true. My son is a cuddler. He still stays in bed with us.
Yeah.
And he's pretty old already. He's no longer in diapers. Let me see. So we have 5 boxes shipped already using the Balik Buying box. Right?
Yeah.
And it's great. You know what I mean? We shipped it.
We
It
did
was
that
like
last week, right?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
So we
Wow.
shipped it 2 weeks
Fun.
ago, and they're like, hey, you know what? We'll go to your house and pick it up, right? So
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
how many more boxes do you have? And at that time, I was like, we have 20 more boxes.
Mhm.
That's where we came into the issues.
Yeah.
So right now we have about 25 more boxes packed and ready to go in the garage, but it has not been picked up yet.
Right.
The problem is the courier that we used initially was saying that like, hey, we can only send five boxes at a time.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because of customs. There are individuals, I'm not saying everyone, there are individuals out there that send more than 5 boxes at a time, and a custom sees it, and what they do is they open it, and people ship stuff to Philippines
To sell.
to sell. And
It's like commercial,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and Balikbayan is not meant to be like that. Balikbayan is for like old stuff, sending like goods to your family.
No, they don't
so
even
can
want
use
like.
it. Yeah.
I was reading, you're not even supposed to send old things.
Oh, you're
like
not
they don't
supposed to
want
send old
old
things.
clothes sent over. They want you to send like gifts and stuff to the people, but it's not for sale. It's for you to send for yourself.
For yourself or
Yeah.
your family.
Mhm.
So we're running into that logistical issue. I can't really say the date.
Just for safety measures.
Just for safety
Yeah.
measures, right?
What day we're
What
leaving.
they were leaving, but let me just say that we only have weeks left.
Like, okay, look, if we were
Weeks.
gonna send only 5 at a time, we'd have too many left over.
Too many left over. So we're trying to figure it out, and only 5 boxes at a time is not
Per
going to be
week.
difficult, right?
Yeah, it's 5 per week.
So I've been calling different Balikbayan options, and there's a few. Today I called 3. The first one is LBC Express, right?
Oh my God, they're like the most expensive. They
So-
really are.
So LBC Express, I'm pretty sure they know them. I didn't even know about this one. Is Manila Forwarder. They're based here in LA. And then the second one is Atlas Shipping. I think that one is probably one of the most
Used
popular one,
Oh, okay.
right, throughout the United States. But those are the 3 that I called today. And just to give you guys a fun fact, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you this information because for individuals out there who want to send Balikbayan boxes, I want you guys to have this information from me because I already did the research. I already did the research. Okay. So these 3 shippers are willing to pick up stuff from your house if it's available. But the other option is for you to drop it off at their location, which is a lot cheaper. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that because I thought that when you drop it off, and that was like there was only like one price. No, 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 that is not it.
Right.
So
Whoa.
let's start with LBC. If you drop off at their location, it is 110 for the extra large box,
Like the jumbo
the
box.
jumbo
Yeah.
box, right? And then it's $90
Hi, Fresh.
for for the white box, right? And then the thing is, I have boxes that that are larger than the regular balikbayan boxes because I have items that I want to ship to Philippines, and the measurement for this, right, is 57 inches by 31 by 9, right? And LBC has a little calculator that you can use on their website, and I put in those measurements going to Pangasinan, where it's eventually going to end up, and it was over $1,100. So yeah,
That's
that's
insane.
insane. We are definitely not going to use
LBC.
LBC. But I don't know at this point. Whoever is gonna take my stuff, it might go. So the
Hold
second
on,
one.
can I say
Yes,
something?
yes.
So LBC does have like some of the best thick boxes.
They do.
Okay,
They
so
do,
we
they
bought some boxes from LBC
Yes.
to put our stuff in, but they're not the company that we're gonna go with.
Yes.
Okay.
So the second one, so LBC, right? So if you drop it off to them, it's $110 and then $90, right? So for boxes that are weird, right?
Like oddly shaped.
Oddly shaped boxes that are bigger or doesn't fit the criteria of the balikbayan box, there's a calculator, and depending on
Ooh.
whatever you want to ship, you can go to the calculator, and that's how much they're
And
gonna
then give them all your money.
give them all your money. So
expensive.
one box, $1,100.
That was ridiculous.
Now, Manila Forwarder, great. So this one I really like because
Okay.
no limit on boxes that you want sent, which means that I can send all the boxes, all at once, right? The only problem is from our house to LA is 4 hours, right? And
Yeah, without traffic.
Without traffic, and Manila Forwarder does not have a courier in our area.
So we'd have to drop off the
that
box.
is willing to pick up the 30 boxes.
So
right?
we're gonna have to like
I
get
would have
a
to-
trailer or
Yes,
something.
exactly.
Take these down.
Or take a U-Haul down there, right?
Mhm.
But for those individuals that live in the Los Angeles area, where you can call them and find out if they have a courier in your area.
Let us drop our boxes to your house. Just kidding.
So if they're gonna pick it up near around LA area or a city where they have a courier, it is $94 for the extra large and $78 for the large ones. Okay, and so if you drop it off in LA,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, the 4 hour drive.
The 4 hour drive, it would only cost me for the extra large box $78,
That's
and
a $20 difference.
and the large box is only $64.
So we would save, okay, if we do 30 boxes times $20. Well, help me with the math here. I'm not very good.
It's a little bit over.
Three
$2,000.
times-
$2,000. It's a little bit.
No,
over
what are we saving? No, I don't want to know how much we're spending. How much are we saving? Quick math here. Any mathematician out there? Okay,
Let me see.
$20.
Calculator.
$20 times 30. 20 times 30. What's 2 times 3? That's 6.
That's six.
$600.
That's $600.
$600. Okay, so
Okay.
like if we were to do the drive, is that drive worth it? Is that how much money it costs for the gas?
No, it's not worth it at all because a U-Haul, if you get a like the small one, we probably need a large one for that many boxes because some of the boxes that we have.
So you're
oddly
thinking someone
shaped.
needs to come.
Yeah,
and pick up
it
our
would
stuff.
be definitely cheaper. So if we do that, go that route, it'll be cheaper, save $600, but at the same time, we would have to rent a U-Haul, right?
Okay.
So
So it's not looking like us driving it down there.
well,
is-
there's one more information, right? Remember I was talking about earlier, the LBC, they have a calculator. I went on the Manila Forwarder calculator, and for the same thing, right? A 57-inch by 31-inch by 9-inch. For LBC was $1,100, but for Manila forwarder it was only $240.
Oh, we need to go with Manila forwarder.
So if you take, right, and I have four of these odd shaped boxes.
Yeah.
So if I take the $240, right, and equate it to just the 1,100, right, multiply that by four of my boxes would only cost $1,000.
Oh.
If I went with Manila forwarder.
All 4 boxes would be $4,000.
In comparison to LBC, which would cost $4,400.
Okay.
If I was to, using their calculator.
All right, guys. So I'm just telling you right now, I'm learning all this stuff as he speaks it,
Yes.
because I wasn't there for his research.
Yes.
So I'm learning this as we go.
So last but not the least is Atlas.
Okay.
Right? So Atlas has a courier that's about 2 hours from our location, which is like, I think in Delano or Bakersfield area.
Okay.
And home pickup, they're willing to pick it up from our house. For the extra large box is about $108. And then the large box is $93. That's for home pickup. But if I drive 2 hours from my house to an Atlas courier in Delano or Bakersfield, the extra large box is only going to be $95. And then the large box is only going to be $75. So, you guys do the math. We have 30 boxes approximately, 4 of them that are odd shaped, right? Larger than a regular extra large bulk buying box. And we would save a lot more money. So now I'm just waiting for Atlas to call me back, whether they are able to kind of help me out. Maybe I can work out a deal. I'm waiting for the courier to call me back tomorrow. So these are the 3 that I am kind of selecting at this point. But we only have 2 weeks, maybe less than 2 weeks left in this house.
Yeah.
And right now I have really anxiety just with these boxes alone.
Yeah. And I'm trying to come up with solutions. So I told him well, can't we just, leave some boxes behind, have family send them to us every week? Or can we can I send him boxes? Can we go to different carriers and send boxes? Can different people send boxes to us? We're trying. I don't know. Anybody got ideas out there? I'm thinking. I know I have some family up in Stockton area that maybe we could drop 5 boxes to. One of our cousins up there and our mom, our auntie. Maybe we could do that. Maybe we could take our boxes and go on a little road trip and drop them off to all the Filipinos and, ask them to send them to us. I don't know. We're coming up with problems with our boxes for sure.
But throughout kind of thinking out loud, talking to Dee, and we were kind of strategizing, and she said something that I didn't even think about, right? Because I've been stressed about it. She said, well, why don't we just change the name on the box and send it to the same address?
Yeah.
Put it under your mom's name.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of late right now.
I just love.
I'm gonna call the couriers back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And figure out how much is it? If we can just change the name, five for me, 5 for my son, 5 for my daughter, 5 for my mom. That's 20 boxes already.
Yeah.
Hey,
we have Canada in here.
Just love.
Hey, we have
Canada.
family in Canada.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Awesome.
Nice, welcome. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I was saying, well, could we put, your uncle down the street? Could we put his name on it, and then they could deliver it to us? It's a little. And then the price. I mean, it's getting really expensive. We need to stop packing these boxes and just just throw some stuff away. He's like, we need to prioritize what we're gonna ship first. And I was like, but I want to ship all of it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So it's just really hard and even like our house, my daughter today, she's like, Mom, I can't find any clothes. And I was like, well, they're in your luggage. And then my husband's like, don't open your luggage. Look for clothes, with the ones that we just washed. My daughter literally wore the same outfit she wore yesterday because she said, well, you washed it. And I was like, yeah, we did. But we're re-wearing our stuff. We're trying to get to the end of, get on the plane and not trying to open our luggage because our luggage is filled with stuff we're going to use when we get to Philippines, shorts, t-shirts, like short sleeve. And so, yeah, it was just a lot of logistics. Welcome
Oh, wow.
everyone to the chat.
So Just Love is from Alberta, Canada, planning to move to Philippines in about 2 to 3 years, God willing. Hey, you know what, Just Love, you know what, if you can swing it, go for it.
Yeah.
We'll be there. So we'll be there to do a meet and greet. I'm just curious, you and Shar Mama, where are you guys planning to land? We are heading to Pangasinan.
It looks like Jessica Munoz is one of our old. So she's a sergeant, but we're both retired as first sergeants. Hi, Jessica. It's good to see you, and thanks for joining us and following us.
Yes. What? Oh, hey, Just Love. Hey, what? Okay, so I was looking at properties in Palawan, Just Love, and the properties there are very inexpensive right now.
Yeah, they are.
I was looking at a property for like 5 hectares.
Mangoes.
With mangoes,
He wants to go
and it was fairly cheap. It was like.
Can you guys push the like button, please?
It was $40,000 US dollars. It equates to about 2 million peso. But yeah, that's great. Palawan is pretty big, but we're planning to go over there too.
We've never been to Palawan.
We've never been to Palawan.
And there's a lot of property available over there, and it seems like it's pretty reasonable. So we do want to go take a look. The only issue I have is like it's probably going to cost a lot of money to like send stuff to the port because if you want to build something, it all has to come from Main Island or somewhere, But they do have a really nice port, Puerto Princesa.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have been looking in that area.
Class 27 in the house.
That's great. That's great.
So Just Love, do due diligence today. That's awesome. I'm curious as to how big the property you're looking at, whether it's less than a hectare, 1,000 square meter, or 500 square meter, or you're doing a full hectare or multiple hectares, 10,000 square meters, right? And then at what cost? Please type it so that way when I'm shopping around, at least I know I have a reference point on how much I should be paying for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay. So Shar Mama is planning to go to BGC or BCG.
Yes.
Wait. BCG.
Bonifacio City.
I always say BGC because the glasses that we had in the military were called birth control glasses.
Yes.
So I always say it wrong. And we've been talking lately that we might need to move from the province where his mother's home is, and that's where we're gonna base out of when we first get there. But we might have to move to the city if the internet's no good out there. And I do know we do have brownouts pretty regularly, and we can't be without internet like if we're trying to work. So we might have to move to the city. That might be something.
Yes, and so that's one thing, right? Currently, right now, we're retired. We don't plan on going to work, but if we do, just for financial purposes,
because we want to go on trips.
We want to go on trips.
I mean, I don't
and
want
things like that.
if you don't work, then you have a very fixed income.
Yeah.
You have to work with, and I would prefer to be able to, have income, like an increased income, so that we can go on trips and stuff.
And to be honest, I think that staying at home is gonna be boring.
Yeah. Retirement will be boring.
So I need to be able to do something while my kids are at school, and they're Philippines, they go to school like 7:30 in the morning and they don't get out until 4. So there's a 1 hour break. I can't spend 8 hours at the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
I needed to do
Although
something else. I needed to do some hours at the gym, right?
Mhm.
But so we also looked at these, um, and yeah, it's definitely a great area. Condos that are affordable, that are
Mhm.
within our
Oh
price.
yeah.
If we go there, we would need like a 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom condo, and I haven't researched that yet. I think it's all dependent on whether the Pangasinan province that we're going to be staying at near the Gupan area, it has
Mhm.
internet. Because if it has internet,
Yeah.
then we're good to go. You know what I mean? Cold showers in the morning or whatever, we're good to go as long as we have internet.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so true.
What? Look at that.
What?
Just love 3 hectares for 5K. Hey, Just Love, I need that information, yo. Hey, we need to be neighbors, okay? This whoever your broker is, hey, send them my way. I'll buy the 3 hectares next door. You know what I mean? Let's be neighbors.
I
That
know.
is so cool.
I think that had to have been like a family discount.
Yeah, that's gotta be like a Filipino discount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nara Palawan.
We're gonna have to go take a look out
I'm
there.
gonna have to look it up.
Yeah.
I've been looking online on a website called Lamudi.
Is there
And-
another website we should be looking at for properties?
Yes.
Yeah,
Send it. Okay. So,
I know. Thanks for sharing the info. I know it's pretty personal,
Yeah.
but we are trying to like figure out a starting reference point. And I do know that prices are going up, but we're hopeful that we can get there in time and put in some offers so that we can get some property to start building right away.
Yes. So at this point, do we have a plan? Yes. And that is to live in the Pangasinan area. But that's my parents' home. But we want to
Yeah.
venture out. So maybe up north in Ilocos area, down south, the bottom part of Manila.
I'm interested in some of the areas over by like 100 Islands. I like that kind of coastal area by
Anda.
Zagupan. Yeah,
Fun.
yeah, I like that area. I have seen lots of Palawan properties available, and I always wonder, like, can we build a house on ag?
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Is I need to go there and kind of look at the property because the
Mhm.
property could be like up in a mountain and there's no road going there.
Or electricity.
And to be honest, I'm pretty ignorant.
Uh,
No, I mean to be honest, I'm pretty ignorant about it because I'm looking at properties and I'm saying like, man, this is so cheap, but then at the same time, I
Like-
have to kind of like, how am I gonna get there?
Yeah,
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it'll take
know.
us a long time to like get there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. Well, you know what, Just Love, I'm glad you got that land, that piece of land for
Yeah.
that price. I'll tell you what, that is the cheapest that I have seen. I'm like, man, I'm jealous. I am jealous. Right?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
But I am excited for you. Hopefully, when you guys finally do get there, we can definitely meet up. We'll be, I don't know, neighbors or something. Because I do want to go to Palawan.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about it.
I saw they have a high school out there and an elementary school, and I think I saw like 6 elementary schools. For us, it's really important that our children can get into the school system because we do want our kids to go public school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I think that a lot of our friends here are saying, "Oh man, that's gonna be so cool. Your kids are gonna go to international schools. They're gonna learn different people. Like they're gonna have classmates that are from China, from Russia." But to be honest, I want them to learn like Tagalog and Ilocano and Visayan. I want them to know the culture. I want them to go to public school so that way they can interact with the town, the population. Me growing up, when there was a brownout, you didn't go inside the house. You went outside and you played tag and you played hide and seek in the dark. And that's something that I honestly want my kids to experience.
So I see they're talking about the broker still needs to do due diligence on legality documents. And so what I've noticed is you have to like hire like a lawyer or someone needs to like dig deep into the title, and sometimes there can be issues. It's not like a clear title. It's hard to get the property. You might have to pay taxes, back taxes. You might deal with people who are still living on the property who don't actually own the property. I don't know what the proper terms are. But yeah, there's a lot of issues with the laws out there and the clarity of the title. So I've even heard, like, this is the crazy part, where like you could buy a property and then someone can, like an heir of the seller or whatever, could come and be like, well, I want to claim this property. I don't know the specifics, but I've heard that can happen.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's absolutely true. But it sounds to me that Just Love is very intelligent. She's got a broker that's going to check all those things to make sure that all the documents are correct. And you know what? You're doing it right. You're definitely, for us, going to Philippines like in August, and for you to be going to Philippines in 2 years, you're definitely way ahead of us for sure. You know,
Well,
like
yeah,
you're already
yeah, you already have property lined up.
yeah, we already have property lined up while we're like thinking
We're
of
showing up.
we're just gonna show up. You know what I mean? The
Oh.
military has taught us that, you know what, half the battle is showing up.
Yeah.
We're just showing up. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're just like, we're actually really flexible with our planning. Like, we're like, we'll go and we'll try, we have a plan, but it's not very rigid. We're able to kind of like, okay, well, decision making needs to happen. We could do this course of action or this course of action. Which one's the better one for us? And here's the reasons why. We go, we pick one, and then that's how we move forward. And it's not going to be like everything's planned out perfect to a T, and we know like the date we're coming back, and we know because we're really flexible in that way.
Yeah, yes, I would. Our plan is for 5 to 7 years, but truth be told, it could only be just 6 months.
He says 6 months, but who knows?
Yeah, I'm just saying,
But
because
we don't have a ticket back. We have a one-way
back.
ticket there.
Because
We have every intent of staying.
there are some things that could happen that would force me and Dee to basically make a decision to come back. One of those things would be for health reasons, and the second one is safety. If we ever feel like where our life is at risk or we are at risk, we're definitely gonna move somewhere else. That's why the province is great, but then if we don't feel safe there or we don't feel comfortable, then we'll move somewhere else. For me, I talked about blackouts and brownouts earlier. It's really easy for me to transition back and live in a province and have cold water and just living off of the land and purchasing things from the market.
Minimal lifestyle.
But I have a foreigner. I have my foreigner. I have my foreigner with me.
You know what? Yeah. I've been deployed. I've been deployed 3 times, and I've also been on 2 mobilizations where we were in France, and I've also been to Ukraine. But I've been to Iraq twice and Kuwait, and I'll tell you, like, I've done camping to the extreme, and I've also, have very interesting places to use the restroom, and I've eaten, like really exotic food.
Yeah, with sand in it.
So yes, and so for me, it's not like a big shock to go to another country and have to kind of like live in that new environment. I think the thing I'll probably have the toughest time with will probably be the heat, and then maybe possibly some boredom. Yeah. But I'm gonna try and keep busy by like reading books or working on my Tagalog, and also probably gardening or something.
Yes. And so the largest factor is my kids too. Right now, they have so much stuff to do here, after school activities. They're doing Muay Thai, they're doing jujitsu, they're doing gymnastics, they're doing something every day. And that is an experience that they have come to learn and kind of gotten used to. Going into province, you know what I mean? They're gonna have like inconsistencies with electricity. You know, they're gonna have to go to public schools.
They're gonna have to deal with bugs.
Yeah, bugs. Cold showers in the morning. You know, maybe some spiders coming in the house. And things like that. Not having AC on a daily basis.
Right. At the house right now, we only have like one AC unit, and it only goes on at night when we're trying to sleep. Otherwise, it's off.
Right, that's because we live in a colder area, but in Philippines it's going to be warm all the time. And so if the property, we want to build the property large enough to house like friends coming over, family coming over, but until that is built, we're definitely going to be uncomfortable. And so Philippines it takes a long time for them to build properties over there because of the way the houses are built in comparison to here in the United States. US, they build houses and it's made out of wood, right? There, it's made out of concrete. You have to wait for the concrete to cure, and then if you make a mistake, you have to tear that wall down and start all over again. So just you know, one is not better than the other. It's just that the way that buildings are generated in the area, it's just gonna take a little bit longer.
So my daughter just came to drop off a little note for me, and it says, to mommy from Himiko. She made me a little letter. Let me see. Oh, on the inside it says, I love you, mommy. I don't know if you guys can see that.
It's a mirror.
She's a sweetie.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
That's awesome.
That right now they're playing video games, but then they're like, they want to see me. It's over in your little container. Over in the kitchen. She's asking. So she really wants to be in here.
Yes, she wants to be in here, but then she's also shy to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, she is sometimes.
Yeah, she's sometimes.
So it's funny.
But my daughter can sing. She likes to be in this room with the echo. And
Yeah.
Turns it up.
Well, I know. Did you want to go to the fair tonight?
Yeah, we currently where we're at the Mid-State Fair.
The Mid-State Fair.
California Mid-State Fair. It's in the Central Coast.
Yeah.
And you know, we're close to that area, so.
And our kids are the right age to go on all the rides. I think tonight we're gonna try and hit up the fair. We've been staying at the fair till midnight. It's a bit much, and then we're like exhausted the next day.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, like everything that we want to do, my main focus right now is my kids. So anything that they want to
100%. That's our main focus. So
yeah.
Our daughter calls us. She's like, "Mommy, can you pick me up?" I'm like, "Yes, we will be there. We'll pick you up." She went to the movies today, and so after the movies, she was like, "Can you pick me up?" Yes. So anything they want, we do. So.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys will hit that like button. It's so nice to meet you, Shar Mama. It's so nice to meet you, Just Love. It was good to see Fresh in here and Jessica Munoz.
Yeah.
And did anybody else that come by?
I didn't see anybody else.
Yeah,
I was rambling on about LBC and Manila Forward and
there's cheaper ones out there. Don't go with LBC.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. And then you know what? More to follow regarding the Balikbayan boxes, but hopefully the information that we provided for you today
is helpful.
Yeah, it's helpful and goes a long way. Like we've said, we're going to Philippines, but we don't really have a
solid plan.
We don't have a solid
just
plan.
Showing up.
We're just showing up. So thank you for joining us in our adventure, and we'll see you guys
on the next one. Yeah. We just kind of thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.